am the best there ever is. I am the best you can see. Yeah, look at me. Hello there, it is Dr. Filth, holding the biscuit bowl, getting a quality biscuit for my posh tea. Now, let's begin with some questions. Let me put this back on. Okay. Number one. As you see here, I own this kingdom. I am the best there is on this show. The best ever. You can see it is all about me. Yes, quality. Number two is I can have anything I want with my dad's credit card. Yes, and this biscuit bowl, one of the best qualities. Number three, I am the top-notch number three. The whole world of number three is I own loads of money off profit with the snap of my finger. Quality. That is right. Wait a minute. Who's that little dweeb? Oh my god! Not another one! Oh my god! Oh! Oh god! Oh, get off!
Come on!
Get off!
It's a brand new show!
I don't care!
We've got a new episode!
I don't care
New
about new
Red Dead
episode.
Redemption 2
You're
game!
annoying!
And we got
Get off
to
me!
dance off!
No dance!
A dance off!
No dance!
A dance off!
No!
I've got two different... I've got the Mario
Get
and
off.
DC
No!
people
No.
dancing with us!
No!
Alright?
No!
Right.
Oh.
Why have you made a mess?
I don't know!
Tied it up once.
Oh,
Use this, we can use a cowboy, that's what I found for you.
that's our cowboy
It's a
hat.
woman's hat! There's nothing wrong.
Yes, there
It
is.
goes with your helmet.
It's a woman's hat!
Let's go. You've got
Oh.
20 minutes before the dance off.
Oh, God. My life. I hate my life. What? No! Galvin! Galvin, you old dweeb. Do you know who I am? I'm Dr. Filth. I'm Dr. Filth. I am about quality and perfection. Get off me. Oh.
Wicked wild wild. Wicked wild. Wicked wild. Wicked wild wild west. Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada. None of this. Six gunning this, brother running this. Buffalo Soldier. Look, it's like I told you. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when she meet Jim West. Roughneck, so go check the law on the vibe. Watch your step will flex and get a hole in your side. Swallow your pride. Don't let your lip react. You don't wanna see my hand where my hip be at. With Artemis from the start of this, running the game. James West, taming the West. So remember the name. Now who you gonna call? Now who you gonna call? If you ever riff with people wanna bust, break out before you get bum rushed at the Wild Wild West. When I roll into the Wild Wild West. When I stroll into the Wild Wild West. When I bounce into the Wild Wild West. Cisco, Cisco. Now, once upon a time in the West, madman lost his damn mind in the West. Loveless, kidnapper down, nothing less. Now I must put his behind to the test. Then through the shadows, in the saddle, ready for battle. Bring all your poison, here come the poison. Behind my back, all that riffing you did, front and center. Now where you lip at, kid? Who that is? A mean brother, bad for your health. Looking damn good though, if I can say it myself. Told me Loveless is a madman, but I don't fear that. He got mad weapons too, ain't trying to hear that. Trying to bring down me, the champion, when y'all clowns gon' see that it can't be done. Understand me, son, I'm the slickest they is, I'm the quickest they is. Did I say I'm the slickest they is? So if you barking up the wrong tree, we coming. Don't be starting nothing, me and my partner gonna test your chest, Loveless. Can't stand the heat to get out the wild, 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 wild west. When I roll into the wild, wild west. When I stroll into the wild, wild west. When I bounce into the wild, wild west. We're going straight to the wild, wild west. We're going straight to the wild, wild west. bad, don't even think about it. 6-gun weighing a ton, 10 paces and turn just for fun. Sun up to sundown, rolling around, see where the bad guys are to be found and make them lay down. The defenders of the West, crushing all pretenders in the West. Don't mess with us, cause we in the Wild Wild West.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone.
Yee-haw! Woo! Saddles! I'm a geeks. I'm back again. And today, this is very different from my very normally views I would normally do. I would show you some gameplay and show you some information about what's going on. But this episode is very tight with what we're talking about because it's Red Dead Redemption 2. So they haven't showed any game footage or anything. So what we have got is different types of trailers, as I'm telling you, some important details about the game, what's coming out in October. So that's what we've got installed today. Devils, keeping it tight, I can't tell anything. But what I have got, I found information from books, from the internet, and put it all together to give you the best information of my ability that I can. Right, let's get on with this cracking Western game. Yes, my geeks, today we're going to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2, what's coming out this October. I have found some details, looked up different researches and plonked them all together and tell you, the fans, what you like. So let's get on our saddle and let's go, yee-hoo! And let's talk about this game. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the gun mechanics in this new game. You play as the main character, Arthur Morgan, who is the main character in this game. So what have Rocksteady have done? Ha ha ha. So what they have done on every gamepad controller is your firing button. In any type of game, it's the same button used to fire. But what they've done in this game to make it more interesting, like you've got a choice, is when you press it, how far you push the trigger down is how far they push the lever down on the gun. So if you go slow, the thing goes slow, and if you let go at the same time, it shoots at the same time with the same as you let go of the trigger. The trigger will just go and it will fire off. Also in the cowboy films, they do it really quick, where they pull the gun holster really back so they can shoot really fast. You can also do that as well. So they've also done that nice little detail where, depending how you do it, and what's so good about that is as well, you can also tease the people in town. So if they don't give you any money or anything, you can start pushing the trigger back very slowly and start to tease them if they don't do as they say. So they've also done that. So they've done that as a nice little juicy thing with this little thing on the gamepad. Also, with your gun, it can cause some disturbance in town. So like for an example, when you come in on your noble horse and you start coming from a hard day of robbery and you come into town, is how you present yourself with the gun. So for an example, so if you've got your gun out in town, people are going to look at you very concernedly and they'll start to be a bit scared. Like there's different types of characters in the game. So you've got like the coward people who will tell you, say, put the gun away, and there's the other people who are dead proud and citizen like, they'll tell you to move away and go away from town. Or there's some people saying put the gun away because they're children. And if you point the gun at the people in town, more consequences start to happen. So it could get more severe. So like I said before, they will tell you to put the gun away, or they'll drag you off your horse and there'll start being a fight. And that's what they've done for that. If you come in and put the gun in your holster and come into town, you get more of a warm feel to it, and people start to welcome you across town and start to tell you what the ins and outs are and what the latest news is in town. Also, interacting with the people in the game, you also have choices. So if you select a random person in town and you go up to him, the main character you play has multiple options. So for an example, if you're in a jolly mood, you can, hang out and he might show you what to do. If you're in a nasty mood, you can toss them across the street and beat them up. Or if you're in a really, really brutal mood and you say, give me your money, you can take the money from them and kill them and leave them in a corner street. Depending on what mood you're, and sometimes in the game as well. So as you play through the chapters of the game, depending how the main character feels, makes an important, choice in the game. And also, what I like about this as well is they give you choices. So what choices you make, the citizens cause a reaction later in the game. And I love that because that's something mostly important. Plays the game causes an effect. Right, moving on. Crackers. Right, the next thing we're going to talk about is robbery. Robbery in the game, like from the first game, you could only do big missions of the robbery, but in this game they're bringing back small robberies as well. So they're like more side missions, so they're bringing a lot more robberies back. But there's a cool thing to this. You could also do robberies on your own, or you can do robberies with your gang, depending what you want to do. But they've all got important roles. There's a main character, there's going to be some female characters going to be in this. You can use for diversion. Now back in that day, you can use them to attract men, so it gives them more of a distraction. So the women will be more useful to distraction for the men, so you can sneak into the building. Or if you're more of a noisy person who likes to tell people you're here, you can go in guns blazing. You can use some of your men to create a diversion in the background while you sneak in, or not at all. Or you can go in guns blazing on your own and be a super criminal. So that's another cool thing that they've put in. So you can mix it up. So you can use your team, you don't need to. You can use the ladies to attract the men. Or the ladies will go so far where they attract them and then kill them when no one's looking. So they play an important part. Or you can go in guns blazed on your own, like I said. It's a very fantastic idea what they've done. So they've given you that little pinpoint with each thing that you can do with each character. You can assemble which characters you want in the game depending on how you feel and who you trust in the game as well. So it's a nice little bondage you can have with a specific character who you want in the game. Moving on. Hunting is back again. Lovely, just like in the first game. But let's cut to the chase. What should we talk about first? Yes, some of the weapons. Depending on what weapons you use when you hunt, a deer for an example, and you use a bow, depending how strong the bow is, can cause an effect on the animal. So let's say you shot it in one of the legs or on the stomach, you can start to see it struggling and limping, and they've really made it so it shows you the mechanics, how far and how much it's struggling across the field. But if you have more of a stronger weapon, it'll kill in an instant blow. And also, they've also brought back the skinning and getting the meat and all that back still, so don't worry about that. But when you leave leftovers and you're finished, you leave it across the road, the smell starts to get really bad. So the animals start to smell it and it starts bringing more animals in the woods. It starts causing bad attention in the woods. It can cause a massive effect later in the game. Also, you can also sell your food to people to get money. So depending, if it's a clean kill, you get more money. If it's a bad kill by leaving bullets in and stuff in the meat, you get less money. Also, if you want to be a bit more of an ass, you can also tie your food up on the back of the horse and let it drag across the road and bring it into town, and people can sell it. I don't know, for poor people, and you think, I'm going to give them some nasty food and I'm going to let it drag on the floor. They can have it. Yes, they're still going to get paid a lot of money for it. So depending what you do with it as well. They're also bringing back gambling games, but they haven't confirmed which parts of gambling they are bringing back. So we don't know. It could be poker. I've got no idea what they're bringing back because they haven't confirmed which specific gambling games. You can also custom your own clothes as well in the game. Just like GTA 5, when you go in, you can pick between hats, shoes, jeans, whatever. That's what they're doing in this game. Also, for an example, what's pretty cool, if you're in the middle of a heist or running away from somewhere and someone shoots your hat off halfway through a battle, you'll probably have to go buy a new hat, or at least you can find it again. So that's a cool little feature. So as you're going along, someone shoots your hat off, yes, you'll probably have to buy a new one again, because that's a cool little feature what they've done. Also in the game, as you play the main character, also features also come in. So as the game progresses, your beard probably will get longer in the game. I don't know if you can actually style your beard. They haven't said. I'm giving a wink wink to Rocksteady. Wink wink. Wink. Wink wink. To let them know. Hopefully we could have it styled. But as the game progresses, his beard will get longer through the game, pending what choices you make as well. Also in this game, they're doing also a cinematic look like they did in God of War for the PS4. So they're also going for that look. So there's no cutscenes. It's one straight cinematic look to it all the way. So if you walk into a cabin, it's going to have that cinematic look with no cutscene. Fantastic. And that's what they've gone for, just like the God of War 4. And that's the look they are going for when you play this amazing game. The next important thing is your horse. Now your horse plays a most important part in this game. So in the last game you just basically sit on it and drive across the map, where this time they've gone a different approach. This time they give you a chance to bond with your horse. So when you start off right at the beginning, it's a bit rough to the horses, so it takes a long time to communicate. So how you make the horse more bond to you and more trust you is you groom it, you feed it, and you look after it. And the more times you tell it where to go, the better it does a better response. So the more times you tell it what to do, it'll get better at what it does. And it'll trust it and it'll feel more comfortable later on as you go through the game. So the horse will become more trusty of you, and the more you look after it. And also, if you want it to come to you and call to you, you've got to be from a certain distance so it can make sure it can hear you. So if you want to whistle your horse over, make sure you're in a specific distance to make sure the horse knows where you are. Also, the horse can actually die in this game. If it's by dynamite, by poison, depending what it eats. Medicine. Yes, there be certain types of medicines you can save your horse with, but don't always rely on the medicine, because the medicine only might keep it for life for so long until it dies. Also, when the horse trusts you more, you can also carry more gear on the horse as well. Also carry animals from your hunting, or carry more guns, rifles and stuff like that, depending how much you look after your horse. So that's another fantastic thing in the game. Okay, what's also really cool is, let's say if you're on a mission going somewhere and you go past a town or a train track or trains and they are still getting built, and then when you come back you see the progression, how things have got built since when you last went past. So it's really cool. So you get to see a village or train tracks, or depending where it is on a farm, and you see characters building something. You get to see the progression as you come back and forth as it's getting built. So that's really cool of what they've done. Also, each time you go in different towns has its own identity. If it's in snow or like somewhere really hot, depending where you go, they've all got their own true identities. And also, they can kick you out of the town if you are outnumbered or stuff. So, depending what you do, they can kick you out of the town. Not like in number 1 where you can kill a few pigs or whatever and you don't get the monkeys. In this game, they will kick you out the town. So they have really stepped up their game this time round. Awesome. And the last few things we're going to talk about, also as you play as the main character in the game, yes, you cannot swap with any of the team in your group. So with your gang, you can't swap with anyone in your gang. You're just the main character out for the game. But the beauty about the gang is you can't pick people from town or from the woods or from the streets just like that. You've got, as you go along in the progression of the game, you find characters who will join your gang. And the more things you do together as the gang, like the more stuff you team up and do heists, help each other out, and the more gear and the more stuff you have, the stronger your gang will be out of the game. So you only get the gang who you'll team up with as the main characters in the main campaign story. They haven't done it so you can just get someone off the street and then join. It's not like that. So they've done it with the main characters as you play the main story. But as I said, the more things you do together, the stronger you'll be, and the better you'll be as a gang and ready to terrorise in the town. Woohoo! So I hope you did like these little details, my geeks, about the specific things in the game and what's coming for us in October. So I hope you did like that, my little cracking geeks. Crackers. Ooh! I hope you liked it, my geeks. The details that I told you about this game, what's coming out in October. I hope you really enjoyed about the gun mechanism. You can shoot really fast. Or the slow way you can pull the trigger back and tease the opponents. Give me money. Give me your money. Give me your money! Or stuff like that. Or the character or the gang you can do with them. The strategy you could do with them. Yes, it's very interesting stuff. I still think my favourite's the one as you go past and you see the buildings increase. The more times you go back and forth past the city, it increases. That's one of my favourite bits. I can't wait to see. It's going to be awesome. But I hope you did like these details that I've put together. I hope I've done it to the best of my ability. So I hope you did like it, my geeks. And I'll see you next time, my cracking little geeks. I hope you did like it though, my geeks, about the Red Dead Redemption 2 and all the details of its former glory as we know and love for October. Don't forget to subscribe, my dopey lines. So don't forget to subscribe and like and hit that alarm bell what we've put on YouTube now. Disgraceful. So I hope you did like it, and I'll see you next time, my little duckies. Duckies.